of Personal Development with Emmanuel Ahmadu. And I'm excited about what we're going to be sharing tonight. Excited about what I'm going to be teaching tonight. Is a very, very powerful one. By the way, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. If you can hear me and I am loud and clear enough, please go ahead. Let me know in the comments. You can hear me and I am loud and clear enough. Go ahead. Let me know in the comments so that we can jump right into the business for tonight. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Once again, this is the School of Personal Development with Emmanuel Ahmadu. Fantastic. Agu says she can hear me loud and clear. Fantastic. Peacemaker says he can hear me loud and clear. Amazing. You're just joining in. Go ahead, comment your first name and your current location. I'd like to do a quick shout out as usual before we get started. If this is your first time joining the School of Personal Development, you're welcome. Special welcome to you. Today is Valentine's Day. It's a day of love. So you're welcome. Still go ahead, comment your first name, your current location, and do notify me if this is your first time so that I can welcome you specially. This is the School of Personal Development with Emmanuel Ahmadu, a free bi-monthly personal development training program that is organized by the Leaders Manna Network to equip and empower you with principle-based, life-applicable knowledge that is guaranteed to change and transform your life. And tonight's teaching is one teaching that you will not forget in a hurry. I'm excited about what I'm going to be sharing. I've taken out time, to do the study, do the preparation, and now it's time to dish the food. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you click on the subscribe button, right? We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Do well. It doesn't cost you anything. Just take a moment, click on the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. And then also do well to share the video with at least one person. You can share it on your WhatsApp status. You can share it directly in the WhatsApp group or a WhatsApp community. You can share it with a friend. You're doing them a huge favor, and they will thank you for it, because the value that they will get is one that will change and one that will transform their life. I'm so in a hurry to dive into the teaching tonight because I know that your life will not remain the same. But before I do that, let me do a quick shout out. I can see Prince from Play 2. Good to have you, Prince. I can see Peacemaker all the way from Kaduna. Fantastic name. Good to have you, Peacemaker. I can see Ade Soji all the way from Zaria. Good to have you, Soji. I see Emmanuel from Lagos. God bless you, Emmanuel. My namesake. I see Prince from Ghana. Good to have you, my dear Prince. It's been a while. Good to have you. I see Damilola from Niger State. Excited to have you. Simon from Abuja. Good to have you. Hassan Awal from Kaduna. Good to have you. Good to have you. Shadrach, all the way from Edo State. Good to have you. So without wasting any further time, we'll jump right into the business for tonight. Tonight, I'm teaching on the topic, the principles of favor. The principles of favor. For a subtopic, I'm talking about winning the hearts of men. The keys that activate favor with men. Now, I want to start by just sharing a research that I did. And I got to find out that it takes just an hour to travel from Lagos to Ghana. Just an hour, barely an hour to travel from Lagos down to Ghana. It takes 12 hours if you're going to travel by road from Lagos to Ghana. And guess what? It takes about 25 days if you're going to trek from Lagos to Ghana. Same journey, different means of transportation, different experience. This is very profound. that you can be going to the same destination, but based on your choice of transportation, it can influence the quality of your life or of your journey. That it takes an hour to go from Lagos to Ghana. It takes 12 hours. That's an hour to go by flight. It takes 12 hours to go by road, and it takes 25 days if you are trekking from Lagos to Ghana. Now, in a similar manner, when it has to do with the journey of life and destiny, you can either choose to trek, you can choose to go by road, or you can choose to fly. There are systems of leverage that are available to anyone that cares, that will make for an accelerated life. You see it? It doesn't make any sense if you build your house, your first house, at age 60. It doesn't make any sense if you buy your first car when you are 50. You see, the benefit of success is that you are young enough, you have the time to enjoy that success. If you become successful at a very old age, that success is not really a blessing. You know why? Because it takes time to enjoy success. It takes time to enjoy success. Timing really matters when it has to do with success. So don't say I will be successful anytime, right? There are people who will be successful, but the way they are going is most likely when they're in their 50s. And there are people who have taken advantage of the systems of leverage, what I call systems of leverage, to accelerate their journey to success and to a victorious life. And tonight, I want to expose us to one of that systems of leverage, very profound. And it is called favor. Write it down. F-A-V-O-U-R. That one of the systems of leverage that makes for an accelerated life. One of the systems of leverage that can make somebody in his 20s have the result of somebody who is in their 50s. One of that system of leverage is called favor. In my opinion, favor is one of the most powerful systems of leverage that makes for accelerated success. And your understanding and engaging the laws, engaging the principles of favor is what will turn your life into a sign and a wonder. You think about it, that you are in your you are just 25 years and you're already a multi-millionaire. You own 3 cars. You have, 2 houses. You are married to the woman of your dreams. You are well respected. You are influential. You are known globally. Imagine that kind of life. That's a life of beauty. That's a life of glory. That's a life, that brings fulfillment. So if there's anything you are getting from, this my introduction, is that it is not just enough to succeed. When you succeed matters. If you succeed at age 50, we clap for you that you succeeded at age 50, but it is not going to be a blessing to you. And the way many people are living their lives, they will not succeed early. Buying your first car at 50, building your first house at 50, will clap for you, but it's not really a blessing. It's not really a blessing. How can you trek your whole, young age? As a young person, when you should be most productive, enjoy the beauties of life, you suffer through life, and now that you are old, that's when you begin to, bear the fruit of success. That's not really a blessing. So favor, I said, is one of the most powerful systems of leverage for accelerated success. If you want to live a life of beauty, you want to live a life of victory, and you want to manifest success early, then you must understand how to activate favor, how to activate and walk in favor. What is favor? Let me define what favor is. I hope you are following. If you're just joining, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let me define what favor is. Write this down. That favor, according to the Oxford Dictionary, I'll give us 2 definitions. Favor, according to the English Oxford Dictionary, is a kind of helpful act that is done for someone, something done to help another person beyond what is expected. I'll repeat that one more time. That according to the Oxford Dictionary, favor is a kind or helpful act. When you are kind to somebody, when you are helpful to that person, a kind or helpful act that is done for someone, hyphen, something that is done to help another person beyond what is expected. Second definition, my definition of favor, that favor is an act of help. Favor is an act of help, support, or assistance given to someone that is usually not expected or beyond what is expected. I'll repeat it again. I hope we're writing. That favor is an act of help, comma, support, or assistance given to someone that is usually not expected or beyond what is expected. When somebody helps you, when somebody supports you, when somebody renders assistance to you, right? Usually when you do not expect it or beyond what you expect, that act is called favor. Let's say, for example, you want to pay your school fees and you do not have the money, or you have insufficient money. And maybe you speak to someone, or somebody hears about it and decides to give you that school fees. That's called favor. I wrote down here that the primary goal of favor is to make the life of the favored easy. The primary goal of favor is to make the life of the one who is favored easy. That when favor comes into your life, difficult thing becomes easy. You are supposed to be a millionaire when you are 30, but at 20, you are already a multi-millionaire because favor was introduced. Favor is like a catalyst. It accelerates your success. What is supposed to take you 10 years to achieve, you can achieve in a year because of the introduction of favor. Favor does not only accelerate your life, it makes your life easy. It makes life, of high quality. It makes you live a happy and a fruitful life. Favor makes a huge difference. Favor is the reason why you can see a 20-year-old person who is already a multi-millionaire, who is, has access to resources, is influential. It's not just the strength. It's not just, the ability to do things. It's not just their productivity. The introduction of favor makes for accelerated success. It makes your life beautiful. It makes your life easy. Now, let me share a personal story. I remember when I wrote my book, 25 things the 25 things I wish I knew before I turned 25. I remember I had just finished service, and back then our Alawi was just around, 1908, I think 1908 thereabout. So when I came back, this was around 2017, 2018. When I came back, I was so passionate about personal development and I decided to write a book. And my goal was just to do the ebook and sell. That was a strong digital era. So I wanted to write the book and just put it online and sell. And I remember that day, the day I put it up and said I was going to publish a book, 25 important things, by so and so day, I received a call from my mentor, and Mr. Elisha Maman, and he said that he wanted to print 1,000 copies of the book for me, free of charge. It will cost about $500,000 to print 1,000 copies. As at that time, maybe the highest money I'd seen at once was maybe 200,000, 100,000. I'd never seen $500,000. But because of favor, are you seeing it? I was able to publish or print 1,000 copies of my book because of the introduction of favor. I was just around 25 by then. Received a call from my spiritual father, decided to endorse the book publicly in a miracle service. And you can't believe it, I sold over 200 copies of the book overnight in just about 24 hours. Favor. How can a young man sell 200 copies of a book overnight? What influence do I have? Who do I know? Are you seeing it? What impact had I made? How can a young man print 1,000 copies of a book, hard copy book, when my father, is not a millionaire? In fact, my dad was late as at that time. Favor. When favor comes into your life, the assignment of favor is to make your life easy. It makes difficult things easy. It makes your life, very easy. It enhances the quality of your life. Favor is a game changer. Now, I wrote down here that there are two sources of favor. There are two major sources of favor. Number one, God. Number two, men. Two sources of favor. In fact, God is the primary source of favor. God is the originator of favor. Men are simply the channel. I know I called men source, but men are not really the source of favor. We are just channels of favor. If you read James chapter 1 and verse 17, James 1:17. If this is your first time, joining the School of Personal Development, and maybe you're not a person of the faith, Christian faith, I apologize. Usually I share from scriptures, not from a fanatic standpoint. I draw lessons and I draw principles from the Bible. For me, the Bible is just like any other book of success. So James 1:17, here's what he says. He says, every good and every perfect gift is from above. He says, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Take note. Every good and perfect gift comes from above. Where will the money come from? Above. Where will the promotion come from? Above. Where will that car blessing come from? Above. Every good gift comes from above. So the primary source of favor is God. But you see, the channel through which that favor arrives to men is called man. So men are the principal channel through which favor comes to men. So favor comes from God, but it flows through men to men. Very profound. Now, I'll be showing you later on how to win favor with God and how to win favor with men. Because if you're truly going to enjoy favor, you must understand how to win favor with God, and you must understand how to win favor with men. It is possible for you to have favor with God, and it is also possible for you to have favor with men. Now, there are people who have favor with God, but they don't have favor with men. You will still suffer. You will enjoy spiritual blessings, but you will suffer when it has to do with physical and material blessings, because men are the channel through which physical and material blessings get to men. And if you have favor with men and you don't have favor with God, you will still suffer, because God is the source. God is the source of both spiritual and material blessings. So it's even better to have favor with God and not have favor with men than to have favor with men and not have favor with God. If you have favor with God, you enjoy spiritual blessings. If you have favor with men but you don't have favor with God, you will not have spiritual blessings and you will not have material blessings, because all good and perfect gifts comes from God. It comes from God. So very shortly, I'll be showing us the primary emphasis of tonight's teaching is how to win favor with men. My concern is favor with men, but I'll share with us maybe 2 tips on how to access favor with God. But before we move there, now there is this debate about whether favor is merited or not. Most people feel that some people are just lucky. When you see a young man who is blessed at a very age, most people will say that man is just lucky. It's just because, life decided to favor him. Most people believe that, there is really nothing called favor. It's just luck. It's just that some people are lucky and some are not. Let me demystify that mindset. Let me, deflate that mindset. Proverbs 13 verse 15. Proverbs 1:3 verse 15. Proverbs 13 verse 15. It says, good understanding gives favor, but the way of the transgressor is hard. Good understanding gives favor, the way of the transgressor is hard. So we see very clearly that there is something called good understanding that produces favor. That once you have good understanding, you must have favor. And what the Bible calls good understanding here is a body of knowledge that if you understand and engage, it will produce favor in your life. This is what I call the principles of favor, what we call good understanding. That when you have good understanding, you would have activated favor with men, unusual acceptance, unusual kindness, unusual support, because you understand the body of knowledge that makes for favor and you engage it. There is a body of knowledge. It's called the principles of favor. And this is my assignment tonight, to share with us that good understanding that activates favor, to share with us the principles that activate favor. If you understand these principles and you engage them, I tell you without mincing word, that your life will be nothing short of a sign and a wonder. That when you are in your 20s, early 20s, you would have achieved the result that somebody in their 40s or 50s have not achieved. Because you'll be able to activate favor. You will be able to win the hearts of men. And when you win the hearts of men, as will be seen later, you also win their resources. You also win their favor. You also win their kindness. You also win everything that comes with them. Favor. Now, the dimension of favor I wrote here that is unmerited is what is called mercy. What many people call unmerited favor, favor that just comes, is what we call mercy. What we call luck is just mercy, the mercy of God. And I believe that even mercy is activated by good understanding. There is something you must know to activate the mercy of God. There is something you must know. Mercy does not just happen like that. That God shows you mercy. That somebody who, for example, you did not do anything and somebody just reaches out to you and pay your school fees for you and you say it's luck or it's mercy. No, there is something that activated that mercy of God. If you read Psalm 103 verse 17, Psalm 103 verse 17, it says, "But the mercy of the Lord is from the everlasting to the everlasting upon them that fear him, and his righteousness unto children's children." Are you seeing it? The mercy of God comes to those that fear him. If you read Psalm 51 verse 17, Psalm 51 verse 17, it says, "A broken and a contrite heart, O God, thou will not despise." That means there is a disposition of heart that attracts mercy. Think about it. When you see people you want to help, they are usually people who are downcast, people who are, humble, people who have a broken heart, not people who are proud. Hardly would you ever see somebody who is proud that obtains mercy. So even mercy is activated by understanding. Are we following? There is something that you do to activate mercy. There is something you do to activate, the favor dimension that we call mercy. So my assignment tonight, like I said, is to share with us the principles that activate favor with men. But before I do that, let me share with us just two keys. If you want to experience favor with God, there are two keys that you must engage. If you're getting value, go ahead and comment value. Do well, share the video with at least one person. Share it on your WhatsApp status. Subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed to the channel. If you're watching the rebroadcast, make sure you subscribe. So two keys or two ways to experience favor with God. There are two primary ways to experience favor with God. Are we ready? Number one, you must believe and acknowledge him. Who is the him? God. You want to enjoy favor with God, you must believe and acknowledge him. The Bible says, in all your ways, acknowledge him and he will direct your path. The Bible also says that God resisted the proud and he giveth grace to the humble. If you want to enjoy favor with God, you must believe that he exists and you must acknowledge him. There are people who do not believe that God exists. They are called atheists. And I believe that that's one of the most dangerous positions to be in life. That's a position where you can just fall down and die. Just pray that God doesn't just feel like, oh, I want to punish somebody today. You are a perfect candidate for the wrath of God. That you don't believe. The whole creation points that there is a God. How can somebody be alive and say God does not exist? And you see, to understand that favor comes from God is very powerful. It means that you live your life to please Him first. Because if the source does not release the blessing, the channel will not deliver it. It's like a dispatch rider. Before they can bring your goods, the warehouse where that good was stored will have to release it. So if God does not release your blessing, even if you have men around you, that blessing will not reach you. So you must believe. You want to win favor with God, you want to experience favor with God, you must believe and acknowledge Him. Believe that He exists and acknowledge Him. What does it mean to acknowledge God? To live with the consciousness that God exists. To always include Him in your day-to-day activities. When I wake up in the morning, I say, God, thank you for, waking me up. That's me acknowledging God. When I do anything, I say, God, thank you. You are the one that gave me the strength to do this. That's me acknowledging God. A man who lives his life acknowledging God is a man that has secured the favor of God. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. God resisted the proud, and He gives grace to the humble. What's the second key to experience favor with God? You must live your life to please Him. You must live your life. If you believe that God exists, then you must live your life to please Him. The Bible says that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. There are people who live their life without considering God. You are becoming an enemy of God. And anybody that is an enemy of God, God will fight him. And if God fights you, then there is no success for you. There are people who just believe that things can work out if they take God out of the equation. I'm telling you, it's not about being a Christian or a Muslim or whatever it is. If you dishonor God, if you disregard God in your life, you are going to suffer. It doesn't matter what you study. Have you not seen people who go to school, carry degrees, and before you know it, they just check and there is cancer and they tell them you have 1 week to live? A person who lives his life, disobeying God is an enemy of God. And there are consequences for being an enemy of God. Are we following? So you must live your life to please Him. When people say it's my life, I can live it anyhow I want to live. That's a sign that you do not acknowledge God. That's a sign that you do not believe that God is the rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. That God is the source, the primary source of favor. I can just do what I want. I can wear what I want. I can go wherever I want. No, I live my life to please Him. Every day, I'm always finding out, is my life aligned to the will of God? Is God happy about me? Am I doing something that makes Him happy? It's like a child who makes his father happy. What do you think will happen? The father will be more inclined to give to that child. Now, when your father says, go to school, you go to school. Your father says, go and read, you go and read. Your father says, don't do this, you don't do it. That father will be inclined. He will love you and he will want to bless you. He will want to do things for you. It's the same thing with God. If you please God, there are people who give God headache. What God say you should not do, that's what you do. That's why your life is hard. The Bible says the way of the transgressor is hard. A transgressor is a violator of the patterns of God, a violator of the laws of God. The way of the transgressor is hard. So make up your mind that I will please God. First of all, that I believe that God exists. Number two, that I acknowledge Him. And then number three, that I will live to please Him. Somebody write in the comment, I believe in God. I acknowledge God. And I live to please God. Three things. I believe in God. I acknowledge God. And I live to please God. If you do these things, I tell you, you would have won the heart of God. You would have won the favor of God. There are people that God will do anything to ensure that they move forward. I hope you know that God can wake people for your sake. In the Bible, the Bible speaking about the children of Israel, when God wanted to, take them away from Egypt, look at the way God troubled Pharaoh. He says, go and tell this man that he should let my people go. When Pharaoh refused, God did all sorts of things. He even made sure that they gave the people gold. My God, gave them gold as an act of favor. When you have favor with God, favor with men becomes easy. That's something worth writing. When you have favor with God, favor with men becomes easy. Now to the principal discussion for tonight. The principles of favor, in bracket, keys that activate favor with men. The principles of favor, write that down. The principles of favor. What are the keys that activate favor with men? I'm going to share 3 of them with you. It will really bless you. That after tonight, you will become a favor magnet. People will want to help you. People will want to support you. People will want to make things easy for you. What are the keys? You want to experience favor with men? You want to win the hearts of men? There are keys you must engage. Key number 1, the principle of honor. The principle of honor, Honor. The principle of honor. Let me define what honor is. Honor is the discerning, the acknowledgement, the celebrating, and if need be, the rewarding of a person for their distinctive difference or unique value and contribution to your life. I'll repeat it one more time. I'll do it more slowly. Pay attention. What is honor? Honor is the discerning, to discern, the acknowledgement, the celebrating, and if need be, the rewarding of a person for their distinctive difference or unique value and contribution to your life. I wrote down here that honor is the master key that activates favor. You want to walk in favor? You want to live in perpetual favor? You must understand honor. You must understand honor. And I said honor is the discerning, the acknowledging, the celebrating, and if need be, the rewarding of men for their distinctive difference or unique value and contribution to your life. You know, when I shared the story about my book, how my mentor paid for 1,000 copies of my book, I know some of us may think, oh, this guy must be lucky to see somebody that would just bring out 500,000 naira and pay for your books to be printed. But you need to reverse and backdate what happened before that. The first time I had the privilege to meet my mentor, Mr. Elisha, it was many years ago, I think 2017 or so, thereabout. I was in a wedding when I received a call. I already started following him online on social media. I was in a wedding when I received a call that he was in town. He was in Zaria, and then he asked about me. I left the wedding. Somebody said, it takes discernment for you to honor. I'll be sharing that with us. I left the wedding because my mentor was in town. Somebody I considered to be of significant value to me. When I left the wedding, I didn't go straight to the place where he was speaking. I went straight to a gift shop. That time I didn't have so much. I just come back from service, but I literally emptied my account. I bought one of their most expensive wine there, bought a very nice gift bag. I put the wine inside and I went straight to where he was speaking. Waited for him to finish speaking. That time he drove a Camaro. I think that was the only type of car then in Kaduna. So a lot of young people came to see a wealthy man and a successful man, and most people just wanted to take picture with him. Oh, this is a very successful man. I want to take picture. This is the talked about, Mr. Elisha. I want to speak with him. I want to take photo. I just stayed in one corner with my bottle of wine. And I remember when he finished, I walked straight to him and I said, sir, you've been a tremendous value to my life. I've been following you for a short time, but you've had tremendous impact on my life. And I brought this little token, this bottle of wine. It wasn't so much, but that was all that I had then. I brought this little token of wine and I brought it just to honor you and to tell you I love you and God bless you, sir. My God. Just that little show of honor. Do you know when Mr. Elisha was going back to Kaduna, he reached out to me and he literally called me a man of honor, because many of the young people who went to see him, all they wanted was pictures. None of them understood the law of honor. That very day, he told me that I was going to speak at the Winning Mindset, his platform. And that was the first time I spoke in that huge crowd. It was about 500 to 1,000 people. I spoke alongside people who were married, people who were doing well and who were very successful. A person somebody who just finished his service. Can you imagine that? That's what honor will do. Honor will take you to places that you did not dream of going to. Honor will put you with people that are not your mates. Honor will elevate your life. Honor will accelerate your life. And fast forward to a year, that was when I received that call for the book to be printed. But it started with honor. Somebody write honor. Somebody write honor. Now, there are 3 layers of honor based on my definition. Let me break it down. 3 layers of honor. You want to experience favor, you must understand and engage the principle of honor, the law of honor. Number 1, 3 layers of honor. Number 1 is to discern. To discern. D-I-S-C-E-R-N. To discern. To discern. You see, you cannot honor who you have not discerned. Honor begins with discernment. The recognition of the value of this person. That you see that this person is not ordinary. If you don't discern men, you cannot honor them accordingly. I love the part of the Bible that says, if you honor a prophet in the name of a prophet, you will receive a prophet's reward. So a woman can be married, but because she did not discern that her husband is a prophet, she will not receive a prophet's reward. So you must discern. That I discern that this man that is coming to town is not an ordinary man. Is not an ordinary man. It starts with discernment. The reason why many young people don't honor is because we lack discernment. You see your destiny helper and you tell him how far. It's because your discernment is low. You see somebody that can change your life and you are giving them high five. Your discernment is low. There are people who are doing guy. They are keeping malice with their destiny helper. They are showing envy with their death. It's because they do not have discernment. You must discern people to honor them accordingly. Who is this person? I have a philosophy. I see everybody I meet as trees. It's a very powerful ideology. That everybody you see them as trees. That all men are like trees. And what is it about trees? All trees bear fruit. Are you seeing it? Some bear apple. Some will come with mango. Some will come with guava. Are you seeing it? But all men are trees. So when you see all men, you know that they are not just, coming to you. They are coming with fruits, right? And there are some fruits that are very expensive. So when I look at men, I discern them. What kind of tree is this? Is this an apple tree or is this a guava tree? See, the way you treat an apple tree or a grape tree is not the same way you treat a mango tree. Because apple is more expensive than mango. So you discern people. This man is not ordinary. He is expensive. His value in my life will be great. So I honor him accordingly. The way you take care of an apple tree is not the same way you take care of a mango tree, even though you take care of all of them. And you see, there are some trees that do not have fruits. In fact, you don't know what kind of tree it is until after a while. That's why the Bible says to honor all men. Even if you don't see fruits in men, still honor them because you don't know what they will become. My God, this is very profound. This is why you should be good to people. That the tree you despise today can end up being an apple tree tomorrow. And you will want to eat apple. So just because you don't see fruits in men does not mean you should despise them. Honor all men. In fact, I honor people lavishly that have not bared any fruit yet. People who are just starting out in life. I honor them. Because when you see a great man, you already know what he will become. You know what kind of tree he is already. You know the size of his root and all of that. But when you see a small tree that is just growing, you don't know how big that tree will be. Huh? That tree might be a Chinese bamboo tree that can grow up to 90 feet. So don't despise people just because you don't see fruit in them. And at the same time, honor men and discern the kind of trees they are. There are people who you know that this person coming into my life is a game changer. That person is an apple tree. And the purpose of discernment is so that you can honor accordingly. Is so that you can honor accordingly. Remember what I just said, that you cannot honor men well if you don't discern them. If the president walks into my office right now and I don't discern that he's the president of Nigeria, I will not be able to honor him. But the moment I know, oh, this is the president of Nigeria, I can pause the live broadcast and say, guys, the president of Nigeria just came into my office. Let's celebrate him. Are you seeing it? Because I discern him. So honor starts with discernment. It starts with discernment. Many young people don't have discernment. Make up your mind that you will have discernment. And you see, this should change how you see men. That when you leave this place, everybody you meet, see them as trees. So when you see people, ask yourself, what kind of tree is this? Is this an apple tree? Is this a mango tree? And there are some trees that you should run away from, because there are some trees that grow poison. Very profound. There are trees that you should run away from. I discern that this person is a poisonous tree, so you are not going to be close to me. I don't want to take poison. I discern that this person is an apple tree. I will stay with you. I will nurture you. I will be around you. I will celebrate you so that I can eat of the fruits that you carry. And there are times when you see a tree and you don't even know what kind of tree it is. Be patient. Still nurture that tree. Honor all men, the Bible says. The second layer of honor that I want to talk about, or based on the definition I gave, is to acknowledge and celebrate. After you discern, the next step is to acknowledge and celebrate. To acknowledge means to recognize the presence of. When you acknowledge, you recognize. For example, the same illustration I gave about the president. If the president comes into this place and I discern that is the president, if I say, the president is here, what I just did is that I acknowledge the presence of the president. There are times where destiny helpers come into our lives and we don't acknowledge them. We just make them feel like everybody. When you acknowledge, it makes somebody feel special. It makes them feel useful. Are you seeing it? That's why I paired it with celebrate. So you acknowledge and celebrate. Oh, Mr. Emmanuel, you have been a blessing to my life. You know, your School of Personal Development training sessions have been very impactful. It has added tremendous value. I'm now a sharp student. You know, I'm now a good, I received a message from, one of the alumni. One guy, his wife reached out to me and said to do a video for her husband, that he has been an ardent follower and it has had tremendous impact on the quality of his life. And I obliged because I was so excited, reaching out and saying this training has added value to his life was a communication of acknowledgement and celebration. You must learn to acknowledge and celebrate men, especially men who hold significant value to your life. Earlier on, I was reading the story of Abigail. How many of us know Abigail in the Bible? The wife to Nabal. Now, it's a story about how Joseph was taking care of the flocks, the animals that belonged to Nabal. And, David was the one taking care of the flocks, rather. And he now reached out to Nabal and said, I've been taking care of your flocks and your sheep. Please send us something just to honor us. Send us food, send us water. And Nabal despised David. He was like, who is David? Who is this guy that is wanting to reach out to me? And David, when he came back to David, because David felt dishonored, David made up his mind that he was going to go and kill Nabal and wipe his house. Now, on his way to go and attack Nabal, the wife of Nabal, by the way, Nabal means fool. You see that dishonor is a testament of foolishness. You see, on his way, Abigail now went to meet David. And when she met David, do you know, this is recorded in 1 Samuel 25 from 20 to 23. In fact, the entire chapter 20, but particularly in 20 to 23. Now, do you know that when Abigail met with David, she called David Lord 9 times in just two verses. Lord 9 times. She kept on saying, my Lord, you know this, my Lord, my Lord. She was using words. She was acknowledging him. She was celebrating him. There are some of us, you don't know how to celebrate people. You don't know how to acknowledge people. You make everybody feel like they are just like everybody else. You see it? When you are sending, there are people who want to send monthly text message and they just copy the same message and broadcast to everybody. I usually don't respond to those kinds of messages because it makes me feel ordinary. To acknowledge and to celebrate means to make people feel unique, make people feel special, make people feel important. You know, she called David Lord 9 times. And let me shock you. When Nabal died, it was God that killed Nabal. When Nabal died, David immediately sent for Abigail and married her. So, acknowledgement and celebration can earn you a husband. Cheat code. Today is Valentine. Acknowledgement and celebration will earn you a husband. There are many women who do not acknowledge their husbands. There are many children who do not acknowledge their parents. Your father is paying your school fees, feeding you, and you make it feel as if it's not a big deal. And it's my father, he should pay for it. One day your father will drive you and kick you out of the house and tell you he will not pay for the school fees. You want to communicate honor, you must learn to acknowledge and celebrate men. Acknowledge and celebrate men. The third level of honor, you want to communicate honor, the third level based on the definition, is to reward men. To reward. First, you discern. Then you acknowledge and celebrate. Then I said, if need be, you now reward. You must reward. There are men you don't just celebrate. There are men you reward. And you reward them for their unique value and contribution to your life. Now, you may not reward everybody, but there are people that you must reward. There are times, I just shared about my relationship with Mr. Elisha Maman. Do you know, there are times, in fact, there was one time, I'm sharing all of these things so that we can learn, because I know that most people who follow the School of Personal Development are young people. Wisdom is profitable to direct. I remember back then, I can just sit down like this, and there was a time I sat down, I just reached out to his wife and said, please, ma, can you bake a cake for your husband and just write, God bless you, mentor, on it. Not his birthday, not any special day, just baked a cake. Provoked honor. Do you know that 1 week later, I received a shoe from Kaduna? See, this honor thing is a cheat code. It's like a charm. When you dishonor people, you close the door of favor. When you honor people, you open the gate of favor. If somebody was favoring you before and they stopped favoring you, there is a strong chance that you communicated dishonor. And I told us that the third level of honor or third dimension layer of honor is to reward. There are times where it will cost you to honor people. It will cost you. I made up my mind that I will never meet a great person that I love and I admire empty-handed. Whether I'm broke, I will remove my shoe and sow it as a seed. Never. When the Queen of Sheba was going to go and meet Solomon, she did not go empty-handed because she understood that honor needs to come as a reward, not just as appreciation. I wrote down here that there are 3 ways to reward men. There are 3 ways you want to reward. When I talk about reward, there are 3 ways. Number 1 is through words. You can reward men through words. By speaking good of them, by magnifying their influence, by talking good of them. It's a form of reward. For example, I'm talking about Mr. Elisha Maman here now. He's not here, but that's me rewarding him for his unique contribution to my life. There are people you don't talk good about, people who bless you. And that's why the blessing stopped. You must learn to use your word. This is the cheapest way to reward men for their contribution to your life. By using your words. Sir, thank you. Rewarding them in person and rewarding them when you are speaking generally. Till I die, I will continue to talk about how Mr. Elisha Maman paid for 1,000 copies of my book. That's me, communicating honor for what he did. Speak good about the people that have been a blessing to your life. Speak good about the people that can be a blessing to your life. Not just those who have blessed you. This man is a great man. Yoruba people know how to do these things a lot. You see, when a king, is coming, there's a way they play the drum, they begin to see all of those things. Kabi SEO, they lie down, they do all of. Before you know, the king will not know when he removes his child's school fees and give to them. Somebody say honor through words. The second way to communicate reward, to reward men, is through service. Remember, I'm talking about the layers of honor. And we said number 1 is discernment. Number 2 is to acknowledge and celebrate. Number 3 is to reward men. And I'm showing us 3 ways to reward men. Number 1, I said true words. Number 2 is true service. Doing something for the people that you want to compel honor from. This is a very powerful way to communicate honor. Currently, I'm serving in the ministry of my spiritual father, Apostle Joshua Selman, the person who endorsed my book publicly. You have no idea the things that I've enjoyed as a result of service. If you are a young person listening to me and you are not serving, find a place and serve. Find a place and serve. I have people who are serving with me. You know, Cornel is here, Blessing is here, David Digold is here. Also, you know, I have quite a number of people who are serving faithfully and diligently. You think if these people reach out to me and say they need my help or they need me to stand in for them or to do something, I will say no. No. There are people who just reach out to me and say, sir, I want you to help me. How have you contributed to my life? You see it? We want to reap where we did not sow. Want to reap what we did not sow. Huh? You want to withdraw from a bank that you did not deposit anything in. Is that not fraud? Is that not thievery? So you may not be able to give money, but how about service? You just show up from anywhere and say, sir, I'm doing this, please support me. Why am I obliged to support you? How have you contributed to my life? So service. Joseph served Potiphar. He also served Pharaoh. Are you seeing it? Daniel served the kings. Favor must stand on something. The platform on which favor stands is called service. It's called service. Who are you serving? It's a big question. You are a young person. Make sure you find a way to serve. Service is a very powerful way to command favor. The third way to reward men is by giving gifts. Gift, yes. And by gift, I mean whether monetary gift or, material gift. Gift. I just told you how I will send, cake to my boss. Send whatever it is. That's a communication of honor. There are people who have positioned themselves to only receive. You will never be great. You will never be successful that way. You must have the mentality of a giver. Somebody say, I am a giver. Write it down in the comments. I am a giver. I am a giver. True gift. Don't be stingy. Give to people. Give money. Give material blessings. Right? I do it a lot. I make a covenant that every day I must give to someone. Even if it's recharge card, I will send. You reap what you sow. You don't reap what you don't sow. If you sow nothing, you will reap nothing. So give. One of the ways of activating, favor is by giving favor. Who have you blessed? Who have you honored? Who have you invested in their life? An empty sky cannot produce rain. We learn it that before the rain falls, there must be, evaporation of water from the ground. That's how it works. It's a circle. So how are you giving? Who have you given to? It will tell me whether or not you will receive anything. So gift. These are 3 levels, 3 layers of honor. Discernment, right? Acknowledgement and celebration, and then giving to reward men. And I told us there are 3 ways to reward men: through your words, through your service, and through your gift. Let's go to the second principle. We're talking principles of favor. And I said the first principle is the law of honor. The second principle is the principle or law of relationships. Write it down. This will so bless you. The principle of relationships. The principal channel of favor is men. And there are laws you need to ensure that that channel is connected to you and it remains open. These are called laws of relationships. Very profound. Listen to what I said here. That the principal channel of favor is men. That when God wants to bless you, men are the channel through which that favor comes. But there are principles, right? There are laws you need to engage so that that channel will be directed towards you and it remains open. That laws, the set of laws that you must engage to ensure that the channel of men The channel of favor, which is men, is directed towards you and it remains open, is called the laws of relationships. There are laws, and I want to share just two of them with you. Two laws. That if you don't understand this law, God can bless you, but you will never be a blessed person. You may be spiritually blessed, but as far as it is material blessings, it will never get to you. We live in a world of men. If you don't understand the law that governs relationship with men, you will suffer. You will suffer. You will suffer disfavor. So there are two laws, two of those laws I want to share with us. This will bless you. The first law of relationships is to show genuine interest and concern for people. To show genuine interest and concern for people. You want to win the hearts of men. You want to connect people to you so that they can bless and favor you. You must show genuine interest and concern for them. You can write this down. You can write this down if you're writing. That people don't care. People don't care about how much you know. Right? They only care about themselves. People don't care about you. They only care about themselves. That if you want to move the hands of people in your favor, you must be prepared to move their hearts, to touch their hearts. That once you can touch the hearts of men, you can move their hands. And the way to touching the hearts of men is to show genuine interest and concern for people. You must be genuinely interested and concerned for people. If you don't care about people, people will not care about you. If you don't care about me, I will not care about you. If you don't think I'm a big deal, I will not think you are a big deal. It's a simple law. And this law is built on the psychological need of all men. You can write this down. That the psychological need of all men is the need to feel loved, the need to feel valued, and the need to feel respected. There are people who just, maybe your birthday is coming and you say, my birthday is in 2 days or it's in 3 days. This is my account number. The blessings can start coming. Nobody cares about you if you don't care about them. Who did you bless on their birthday? Who did you make feel special? You must show genuine interest and concern for people if you want to win their heart. I tell you, people are not fools. People don't even care what you want to do. Nobody gives a damn about what you want until you care about what they want. It is when you care about what they want that they will care about what you want. I think it was Jim Rohn who said that if you help enough people solve their problems, you will not have to worry about your own. If you can be so good to enough people and help them achieve their goals, help them do things, right? You will not have to worry about your own problems. And this is what leadership is all about. Taking care of the people so that the people can take care of your business. If you don't value people, if you don't make people feel special, I'm telling you, you will not be able to win favor from them. What does it mean to show interest in people? What does this mean to show concern for people? It means that you are interested in helping them solve their problems. You don't just ignore them, right? You don't just want to make them feel less of themselves. You don't just want to use them. You want to help them solve their problems. You are genuinely interested in their problems. What does it mean to show genuine interest and concern for people? It means to talk about what they want, not what you want. To talk about their interest and not your interest. It means that you greet them with enthusiasm and excitement. You always have a warm smile. You remember their names. You appreciate them. You pay them a compliment. You make them feel important. You make them feel special. What does it mean to show genuine interest and concern for people? It means that you make them feel seen. You make them feel valued. You make them feel needed. See, speaking to you, you see the way I spoke about, the team members. Cornhill, Compassion, David Digold, Blessing, Emmanuel, quite a number of people who are working behind the scene to ensure that this works. I know them. I see them. I'm concerned about them. You cannot expect people you don't care about to care about you. You want to win favor? You must love people. You must show genuine interest and concern for people. Favor does not just happen. There are people who sit there and say, nobody is blessing me. Nobody will bless you if you don't care about them. Nobody will favor you. You just want somebody to call you and say, I want to give you this. I remember a few months ago, somebody that we grew up together, I've been a blessing to him, just called me all the way from the United States and just said, he sent particular money. I received an alert and he said he sent the money to my account. That he just remembered all those times where I would advise him and I would sit down and I encourage him. And I said, that's it. That's it. He didn't just remember me for nothing. He remembered me for the good that I did to him. Question, if people remember your name, is it going to be tied to good or tied to bad? You see it? People don't care what you say. They only care about how you make them feel. People don't care about what you want. If you don't make them feel good, if you don't help them, if you don't show them love, if you don't make them feel important, they will not care about you. It's that simple. People only care about you if you care about them. If you forget anything, don't forget it. Nobody gives a damn about you if you don't give a damn about them. So after this training tonight, reach out to all those people that you have not been reaching out to. Stop waiting for them to reach out to you. The Bible says, he that wants a friend must first show himself friendly. You want friends and you just sit down like, I'm the Oga Kwata Kwata. Everybody should send me a text message. Everybody should reach out. Why is he not calling me? Why is he not asking how I'm doing? Who have you asked how they are doing? You see, selfish people want to enjoy favor. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So the first law, I hope we're getting value. If you're getting value and you're getting wisdom, comment value. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure you share this video with at least one person. You can share it on your WhatsApp status or you can share it directly with somebody. The first law of relationship that I share with us is to show genuine interest and concern for people. I love people. I value people. I want to make people feel important. I want to give to people. There are people who take people for granted and they expect them to favor them. Your birthday nobody reach out to you. It's because you don't reach out to people on their birthday. My mother used to tell me that I used to go to people's wedding, that nobody will come to my wedding. I used to laugh, and it's true. But it's not like I want people to come to my wedding, really. Are you seeing it? But what am I saying? You can't receive what you don't give. If you want kindness from people, show them kindness. And the more people you show kindness, the more kindness will compound towards you. Number two, the second principle that makes for the second law of relationship is what I call expressing gratitude in a lavish and memorable way. You want to win the hearts of men. You want to engage the principle of relationship. You must learn to express gratitude in a lavish and memorable way. I'm telling you, when you don't have anything to offer in a relationship, gratitude should be lavish and it should be memorable. Gratitude is equivalent to value. I'm already going ahead of myself. I would always say that gratitude is to a relationship what car engine oil is to a car. So if you stop expressing gratitude, be ready to lose that relationship. There was a time, that I wasn't taking care of my car engine, I wasn't oiling it. And I remember I drove to Abuja about 3 times in a week. The third time when I was traveling, the engine just broke down. I had to change the engine. Cost me a lot of money. The engine broke down because I was not oiling it. Your relationships will break down if you are not expressing gratitude. There are many of us who do not express gratitude. When was the last time you told your parents thank you? When was the last time you told your mentor thank you? When was the last time you told your lecturer thank you? You must learn to express gratitude. I just enjoyed one very hot, steamy, nice pepper soup. One of my people, his wife made the pepper soup and sent to me. I've not even reached out, but when I'm done with this training tonight, I'll either send a text message or I will call. And I will send a lavish text message. You remembered me? You see, that's me expressing gratitude. I'm securing the next pepper soup. You see, where gratitude ends, favor ends. When gratitude ends, favor ends. Learn to say thank you, and it must be commensurate to what has been done for you. If somebody send you 10,000 naira and you say thank you, and the person sends you 1 million naira and you still say thank you, you are not wise. Your gratitude must match what has been done for you. It must be commensurate to what has been done for you. And it matters that your gratitude is lavish and it is memorable. You must make the person feel special. Somebody does something for you and you say, thank you is one of those things. Or somebody, you must make the person feel special. Most times when I send text, there are people who send text messages now and it's AI that generated the text message for you. I know when people send text message like that. No, let your text message come from the heart. Sir, thank you so much. You gave me, 20,000. You gave me 100,000. This is the first time I'm receiving that kind of money. My God, if you did not do this, only God knows who would have done it. I appreciate you. May God reward you. Where you got that money from, may God replenish it 1,000,000 times. That's communicating gratitude in a lavish and in a memorable way. Are you seeing it? Don't just say thank you. Hear me. If you want to enjoy favor, you must learn these keys, these laws I'm sharing with you. After tonight's teaching, I want you to send out 3 text messages to 3 people that have contributed great value to your life since last year. You see it? Send them text message and let it come from your heart. Sir, thank you. I just wanted to say thank you for no reason. There are times where you say thank you even though somebody has not done something for you. Are you seeing it? The most powerful thank you is the unexpected thank you. It's profound. Let me repeat that. The most powerful thank you is the thank you that is unexpected. If I do you something and you say thank you, I expected you to say thank you. But if I just sit down and I see a text message from you and you say something like, sir, I was sitting down and I just remembered you. My God, you've been a great blessing to me and I just felt compelled in my heart to say thank you, to communicate my love and my appreciation. I remember the other day you gave me this and I'm grateful for it. My God, that gladdens their heart. Gratitude is the ticket for more. When Jesus received the 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes, the first thing he did was to give thanks. He didn't say this is small. Just 2 loaves, just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes. No, he gave thanks. And because of that thanksgiving, it was multiplied. Thanksgiving is the recipe for multiplication. You want to multiply anything, say thank you. Somebody write thank you in the comments. Thank you. Tell your parents thank you. Tell your partner thank you. Tell your classmates thank you. Tell your friends thank you. Say it often. Thank you. Make them feel special. Make them feel good for what they've done for you. The principle of relationship. So these are the laws. You are seeing now that favor is merited. Favor is activated by a body of knowledge called good understanding. And I'm sharing with us that number 1 is the principle or law of honor. Number 2 is the principle or law of relationships. And then lastly, the third key or the third law that activates favor is the law or the principle of value. Write it down. VALUE. The principle of value. I wrote this down and you may want to write it down, that every man's point of connection is their need. And this is why service is a very powerful way to activate honor, favor. Let me repeat that. Every man's point of connection is their need. Joseph would have had no business going to Potiphar's house if he was not valuable. It was because he was valuable, he was taking care, he was a good organizer and administrator. That's why he found his way to Potiphar's house. It was because he was able to interpret dreams. That's why he found his way to the palace in front of Pharaoh. Esther was beautiful. Beauty is a value. Beauty is value. If you are beautiful, that's value. So you take care of your beauty. You get it? So you must be valuable. You want to enjoy favor, you must understand the law of value, that every man's point of connection is their need. There are people who want, to connect with and you are begging him with a successful person. You enter his book and the first thing you are doing, you are asking for money. That's a sign that you don't understand the laws of favor. You want to connect to a successful person, find out what their need is. That's why service is very powerful. That if you want a person to mentor you, for example, you don't say, sir, mentor me. You find out what are they working on, what is their vision, what is their goals, what are the projects they are working on, and you reach out to them and say, sir, I want to contribute. I want to help do this. How can I come in? And you volunteer. When you do that, you will not need to ask about certain things. Are you seeing it? Joseph did not ask Pharaoh to favor him. He simply connected through value, and favor flowed down. Joseph did not ask Potiphar to favor him. He was simply doing the business of the houseboy, cleaning the house, and favor flowed down to him. So favor, comes through value. Every man's point of connection is their need. Don't be a parasite. Are you hearing me? Don't be the kind of person who is always asking people to do things for you. Always come with value. In the table of greatness, what you use to exchange is value. The currency on the table of greatness is value. Show me your value and I will give you space. On the table of greatness, what can you do for me? I just taught us about, being interested in people as a law of relationship. Stop thinking what people can do for you and ask yourself, what can I do for people? I wrote down here that if you are not valuable, favor will be far from you. Especially if you don't understand the laws of relationships. There are people who will never experience favor because they are not valuable. People who are valuable are people who enjoy favor. Let me share with us 3 keys to become valuable, or four keys to become valuable. We're wrapping up. I'm rounding up now. 4 keys. You want to become valuable? There are 4 things you must do. Number 1, you must commit to continuous self-improvement. You must commit to continuous self-improvement, learning and building your mind. You see, when your mind is transformed, you become a blessing to men. When you have worked on your mind, you become useful to men. This is why we encourage, in the Leaders Manna Network to read 10 pages of a book every day. You are working on yourself. You see, when you work on yourself, great people will want to work with you. Did you get that? That when you work on yourself, you work on your mind, you work on yourself, you upgrade yourself, you upgrade your thinking. Great people will want to work with you. If you don't work on yourself, nobody will want to work with you. One of the fastest way to attract friends is to grow in value, grow in your mindset, in your mentality. What are the kinds of things you say? What is the quality of your mind? Read books, listen to teachings, attend seminars, pay for courses, upgrade your mind, upgrade yourself, invest in self-development. Very profound. So the first key to becoming valuable is to commit to continuous self-improvement. The second key to becoming valuable is to refine your gifts and your abilities. Refine your gift and your abilities. What brought Joseph to the palace was the fact that he could interpret dreams. Imagine if they called him to the palace and they say, interpret these dreams, and he begins to say, let me think about it. Or he begins to say, I saw 7 cows. Maybe not 7 cows. All of that. No. He was refining his giftings while he was in the prison. Refine your giftings. What can you do? I can speak well. I can teach well. I am a very sound speaker, teacher. Refine it. What do you have? Refine it. Remember what I said. Every man's, need is their point of access, is their point of connection. And if you refine your value, you now have something to offer on the table of greatness to pick up favor, to pick up, honor, and all of these things. So refine your giftings and your abilities. The third key to becoming valuable is to serve your gifts with diligence and excellence. I'm teaching now. Can you guys hear me? You see how passionate I am teaching. A few months ago, I was teaching, on Telegram. But right now, I'm teaching on YouTube, and I've done a little bit of work on my background. That's value. That's me serving my gift, serving my abilities with excellence. So serve your gift with diligence and excellence. You want to be valuable. And then lastly, you want to become valuable. You must learn relevant skills and that give you an edge. Learn relevant skills that give you an edge. In this 21st century, you don't know anything about AI. You don't know how to type. You don't know anything about, public speaking. You will not be valuable. There are things that you should learn. There are basic things, generic things that will upgrade your life, that will enhance your life. If you earn an additional language, you will just increase your value. If you learn, I can type very fast without looking. I know how to present a letter. I know how to prepare a report. If you take a skill, for example, on project management, that's you upgrading yourself, adding value to yourself, adding skill, learning a skill. If you learn how to speak, let me encourage everybody, go and learn public speaking. The art of speaking well, communicating a thought is a universal skill that everybody should have. So these are 4 ways to grow your value. Commit to become valuable. Commit to continuous self-improvement. Number 2, refine your gifts and abilities. Number 3, serve your gift with diligence and excellence. Number 4, learn relevant skills that give you an edge. If you do these 4 things, you would have grown your value. These are the 3 principles that activate favor. You want to win the hearts of men? You want to gain the advantage of favor? This is my Valentine's gift to everyone. That if you engage these 4 principles, you will become a favor magnet. People will help you. People will want to give to you. People will want to bless you. That number 1, you must understand the principle of honor, the law of honor. That honor is the master key that gives you access to favor. That number 2, you must understand the principles and the law of relationships. That there are laws that govern human relationships. And then lastly, you must understand the principle of value. That when you grow in value, you also grow in favor. I hope and I know that we got value from tonight's teaching. If you got value, go ahead and comment value. Let me see the fire emoji. This is such a profound teaching session, and I know that we learned a lot. I know that this is so powerful. I really hope that there was no glitch in the whole of the recording. I'm seeing 25 minutes. I hope that this was uploaded on the server so that we can watch it again. But if you got value, you got value, go ahead, comment value. Let me see the fire emoji. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please do well to subscribe to the channel and help us. You've been getting value from these teachings. Share with somebody, share in a group, share on your WhatsApp status. When you see our flyers, make sure you share it. Make sure you share it, and God will bless you even as you do so. That said, thank you. I'll do a quick shout out before we go. First of all, thank you to the team, to the Leaders Manna Network team. Thank you so much for the amazing work that you're doing, even behind the scene. Thank you to every one of us who showed up. I'm sure that we got value for our time. It will gladden my heart much more than you showed up, that you apply these things that I'm sharing with you. If you apply it, your life will be nothing short of a sign and a wonder. Make sure you do it. He says, now that you know these things, happy are you, blessed are you if you do them. So don't just hear, do them. The reward is for the doers, not for the hearer, right? So make sure you put it into practice. I have good news. The Leverage Conference is on the way already. By April, we're going full force into the Leverage Conference. I hope we're excited. The topic for the Leverage Conference is the laws of success. Profound. Hopefully by first week of March, our flyer will be out and we'll start publicity in full. Make sure you participate. Make sure you are part of it. Maybe we'll give room for volunteers, for those who want to be part of the volunteer team, so that you can join. If you want to give, you want to support the Leaders Manna Network, we're a non-profit organization and we're raising funds. There are so many things we'll begin to do as the months progress, as we enter even into next year. You want to support us, you want to be a blessing to us, there's a link in the description. Just click on it. It will guide you and show you how to give to support us. I have a mentorship program for those who desire to be mentored by me. I have a 90-day mentorship program. Is robust, cut across 6 pillars of success. You go ahead, check the description of this video. You'll see the link. There's a 25% discount. Click on it. I'm telling you that program will be a blessing to you. Real blessing. It's a daily mentorship program. After that 90 days, your life will be nothing short of a sign and a wonder. I've received testimonies upon testimonies from people who have gone through the program, how it has changed their life. I taught on personal finance, taught on purpose, self-discovery, personal growth. I taught on leadership. I taught on, vision, all of these subjects that are very important and very necessary. And I'm sure that you will need it. Take the program, take the course. And if you want to be a part of the Element Plus community, I'm still working on the community. It's a paid monthly community where you pay monthly, just a token, right? I share videos there. The audio of this session will be put up there. You want to be a part of the community, click on the link and do well to join. I believe that is it. Happy Valentine's to everybody. I hope that we had fun. I hope we had a very good time. This is my own Valentine gift to you, and you can do well to share the video as a Valentine gift to somebody. Thank you so much for showing up. Let me do a quick shout out. I see David. God bless you. I see Damilola Debisi. God bless you. I see Winnie. I see Peace. I see Oguche. David Praise. Good to have you. I see Jeremiah. Blessing, Kure, thank you. And the entire team. Compassion, thank you. I see Cornel. God bless you. God bless you. My people, Adesoji, thank you. Thank you so much. Please have a lovely, lovely night rest. And God bless you.